Give me an Ari Alexa, and I'm still gonna shoot with the Sony. Okay, because this is what I'm used to. My hands, I already know the body. It already knows the curves.
When you were playing that
I already
record,
know
what
how to
were you
handle
thinking?
that.
Hey everybody, it's Jamar Denzel here from the Let's Get Real podcast, and we have a special episode. It's the first episode of the new season, and it's one of the last episodes that's going to be shot here in Studio Space, DMV, the Alexandria location. They're going to be shutting this space down, looking for a new space, so you guys will see us in the next season at an all new location. So this is one of the first ones of this last season, so let's clap it up for that, first of all. And we're going to go ahead and introduce the first guest of this season, Daniel Sanchez of DWAI. He's a content producer and director of photography located here in the DMV area. I've known him for a while, strictly off social media. Today is like our third day meeting in person, I will have to say. This is why I love community so much, because the community just online can be so enriching. And it takes us to these points where we get to have these type of conversations in person. And we just get to keep meeting each other and learning about each other. So we're going to talk to him about his career coming up as a filmmaker and a producer here in the Washington, D.C. area. And yeah, hey, Daniel, so how's it going, buddy?
Pretty good. Nice. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Thanks for being here in the space, man. I'm having like a real, not the word's not nostalgic, but I'm having like it's like a grieving moment, man.
Oh, grieving? Why?
Yeah, you
so?
gotta grieve. Life is up and down, so you gotta grieve. And this is the first and last. The first one of the last episodes here.
You gotta smile. You gotta cry. All those feelings are valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I just want to take that in for a second, man.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy we get to talk about your career as a filmmaker.
I'm happy that I'm finally here. I've been looking at the videos. I'm like, when am I gonna get the invite?
Then you was the first one to sign up for when I sent out
excited.
this season. When I sent out this season for guests to come on, you was the first person to sign up, first person to put down on the calendar.
You don't get to talk about fun things while you're working on set. That's why I wanted to come here.
It's so hard. Even like the last time we met was at an event.
Yeah.
It was at an event last time we met, and we tried to talk, but the music was super loud, so it's not that much we can't talk about.
So this is a nice moment. I was happy when you brought it up. I was like, yeah, we can talk about this and go over what's happening in the industry, especially in the DMV.
Okay. So let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
All right. So I like to start off with icebreaker.
Okay.
So
break my eyes. Go ahead.
So today's icebreaker is, what's your favorite piece of equipment to have on set, on a corporate event set? Like you're working and it's a corporate event. What's the one piece of equipment that you need to have?
Well, you do need a camera, so...
I mean, well, yeah, so you can say your camera if
you need a camera. So I will... I mean, a lens at 20-70, but the main camera, I'll say right now, is the one that comes to mind is the... Well, it's not a Sony. I'm sorry, baby. It's not a Sony. You know your worth. But right now, the one that I'm looking at is the Panasonic S5 Mark II or 3, I believe.
Okay, so you're going to upgrade her.
I'm trying to. I'm thinking about it. I love Sony's though.
That's how you talk to her?
My whole I'm sorry. My whole workflow is with you. But again, you gotta know what you're worth, and if you cannot maximize, how do you call it now? When you're maxing, when you're like, do you know the term? She's not maxing it.
She's not doing enough.
She's doing enough for my clients, but not enough for me. I'm sorry.
Well, so what did that mean? Now, so she gets the job done for your clients, but she doesn't meet your expectations creatively for your creative needs.
It meets those too, but that's the thing. It's like, as a filmmaker, as a person overall, like you're allowed to upgrade and actually enjoy things that you might not need, but are features that you might want.
So what's the main thing? That's crazy. It is kind of crazy talking about her like she is right here.
She is right here. Look, what you get with me.
Because I was about to say. So I mean, what she don't got that the other camera got.
What you get with me is full transparency, and sometimes that comes across a bit harsh.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna hide anything from you. If there's something, I'll let you know. And if I hurt your feelings,
you are married, right?
Yeah.
You just direct with your wife.
I do the same thing. And if I hurt your feelings, I'm man enough to apologize too. Mm-hmm. So I know when I make sense. I'm like, okay, yeah, that was too harsh. Maybe I should have meant it the next one, the other way. So I'm sorry, but I'll work on that. And I've been trying to work on that for the record. So I'm sorry, Sonny. I love you.
All right,
but you don't have open gate.
Oh, so open gate is the main feature.
Yes, that's the main feature that
does the FX lines have open gate, like the FX6 or 9?
I don't know. Maybe if he has it, then I wanna go there.
Cause I did hear some questions about you can like jailbreak like I don't know if it was the FX2 or one of the newer cameras. They were saying it's something you can do it so it can become open gate, but when you do it, your camera becomes out of
I
warranty.
think the Pixels also has it.
So all right. So but for your
know.
Panasonic, the biggest flex is the open gate. That's what you really want.
Yes. I mean,
And the color science, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, this thing. I love color grading. So whatever camera
that doesn't matter.
I really, that doesn't matter to me. Color grading, you can do all that in post. You can even emulate different lenses in post nowadays. So really, that doesn't really matter. That's why that's why I'm tied with Sony, because I have all the lenses for Sony.
I'm saying, bro, you gonna have to buy your new camera, all new shoes.
Oh, you best bet. You best bet. Give me an Ari Alexa, and I'm still gonna shoot with the Sony. Okay. Because this is what I'm used to. My hands, I already know the body. He already knows the curves. I already know how to handle that.
All right, we gotta stop with this metaphor. Okay, all right. So I really want to talk about how are you finding it to find new clients to work? Are you looking for do you have enough clients right now, or are you actively looking for clients? And if so, how are you finding them?
How am I finding it? Word of mouth, I think, will be the big ones, but you shouldn't rely on that for sure. There's apps like Thumbstack, Upward.
So you use those?
That you can have those, so you can pay for the leads.
Which one do you think would be the most valuable one to use?
You have to bounce around, It's like one of those drivers that goes from DoorDash to Uber Eats to Garage Hub. You have to use all of them to maximize, the income. You cannot just be tied to one. Don't be loyal to one. They're not giving you a subscription. You're not an ambassador, so just use all of them. They do require a fee though. Some of them just you.
I mean, like, which one do you feel like gets you the most leads for the most bang for your buck?
It depends on the month.
On the month?
Because that's the thing. Sometimes the same clients that go through Thumbstack, you find them up on Upwork sometimes. So, and they're using both of them so they can maximize, their reach.
I've never used Upwork to look for video work.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I use Thumbtack, but I never use Upwork.
Yeah, I use Thumbtack more than the Upwork. But then again, I don't have a preference. Whatever brings me the clients. But it depends with Thumbtack. Because sometimes you get clients and then they don't follow up. And I call them, they don't answer.
And then you just spend some money on that lead.
Yeah, and you spend the money on the lead. So
how much do you spend roughly for your leads? I think because I could spend anywhere from like 25 to like 75.
Yeah, 25 to 50. That's my pick. I don't go more than that.
Okay.
And it's very filtered because I don't do weddings. And it's like I want specifically for social media and corporate. Maybe I should be doing weddings. My wife wants me to be doing weddings, but
why is the hesitation?
It just brings more money and it's more fun because I get to bring her on my shoots sometimes, and she is my assistant sometimes too, so she helps. And she likes being on set and
I can see that.
And so I like being that. That's why I love event production sometimes more than videography, because I do most of my video production by myself. But when it comes to an event production, you have the AV team, you have to supervise, you have to talk to different teams to make sure everything works. That's where the thrill comes to me. Like I want to be able to troubleshoot and solve things on the spot, and have that relationship with the whole team, backstage, front stage, and make sure that the sponsors are happy that their logos and their stuff is looking good, and the audience side are enjoying the show. Right, that's my main thing. That's from my experience doing fashion shows in Miami.
Okay, so I guess we could say that live events is your favorite type of service.
Yes, that until I get to do more movie stuff where I get to go on set with different people, like the gaffer, everybody. I like to deal with people. I'm a people's person.
So let's clarify for the people, what does DWAI produce right now? Like if you had to tell you, I'm a client, I'm a brand new client, I'm looking for video services. What do you provide?
Video production services and event production services as the main two. Right now we're doing also website maintenance with some other clients who require some level of update.
Okay. Does video production, does the editing? You do because I need an editor.
Yes. So I was thinking of hiring an editor, but then again the taste, that's the thing. That's where you have to think about which artistic or creative decision you want to do, because I think editing is so fragile. And there's a lot of people who have their own take on it. It's not like you can just do one corporate. I mean, you can follow templates, but I do like to put my little sauce in there.
So do you provide editing for a random client?
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
sometimes that's included.
I have my video already. I just
Mhm.
needed to edit it. Can you edit it for me?
Yeah. No, and that's when you send it my way. You know, I go through a whole workflow, picking up what's usable and what's not. Like, you know, every other editor does.
Okay.
And when I put my sauce, really is the color grading. But when I do videography too on site, I do get to match that with the kind of compositions I try to look for, and that's where my sauce starts bringing into light for my clients. Yeah,
Okay.
those two, the combination of those two.
So how does your process for video production work? So like if I came, that means you shoot commercials for people?
Yes, but nowadays I've been doing more commercials for social media, which is a slightly different than just normal commercials with a bigger budget.
It's like for small businesses?
Yeah,
big
small business.
businesses,
Yeah, that's my
corporates?
main thing. When I started DWAI Creations, and I started during COVID, I saw a lot of restaurants, service like business owners just die. You know, when it comes to the businesses because COVID destroyed them all.
Mhm.
And going, you know, door to door knocking, telling them, "Hey, look, I can help you get a reach," right? And it was devastating. With some of them did not want to do that, and they closed. Right, the ones that decided to go with me, not necessarily me, with also some of my friends that also were doing the same thing. You know, I was like, don't even have to hire me. Hire somebody else that you feel comfortable with, but do it. You know, because at the end of the day, it's your business. You know, families, workers depend on those incomes. Come on, you shouldn't just take your business down just because you're afraid of marketing or video production in this new online world. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, and maybe you can grow.
You think restaurants need to be heavy on social media?
Yes. You know, I have some recommendations from my clients. You know, like, you know, do a little bit of the fun videos from the phone that they do. That works a lot, in a combination with more storytelling, more focused videos, like to create leads and to create clients. Both of them are very like both of them combined. It will be good for you. A good hybrid. Don't do one or the other because then again they start doing things like influencers, and that's a whole nother thing. They're not influencers. They're not getting pay per view. They're getting paid to get customers.
So what's the type of return on investment that one of those clients can expect from that? So like if like how has your study, have you done any like case studies with your clients to say like I've been working, they shoot this amount of content a month and it increased their online traffic, and not only their online traffic, but they was able to bring in like new like they had a 10% increase in the people coming into the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a marketing agency, so I don't keep track of those things as much.
But I think that's where a lot of us are failing as videographers, because that's what a lot of people, they miss that part of the video. That's why a lot of videographers do one and dones. Yeah, this is that's why I feel like, because people say, "Oh, I want a video." They have the video, they post the video one time online, but then after that, they don't know what to do after that.
No, and I agree with you. That was my problem. Now that's why on top of video production, I do offer them consultants for free for the first hour or two, where I explain them why they can be doing this. Do you want to do the influencer route and have your video be moved organically, or you want to do the Google the paid ads way, and you want to move it that way? And what are the pros and cons of those? And let them make the decision. And if they want to hire me to produce those ads, which I can do too, then they can hire me. But if that's the thing, the whole thing with all this whole small business environment is that most of them don't have the budget. So sometimes I have to create grants for them to apply for.
Grants?
So within me. Like sometimes I have months that I do very well, but I still want to create, and I still want to go with my camera and shoot something. So I'll send them an email if they sign up for my emails. I'll say, hey, there's a spot available with this discount, you know, for them to take advantage of it, because they have to be in social media to attract more clients. If they're not doing so, they're not. It's like oxygen. You're not breathing. You're not doing anything with it. And once they post their pictures and videos and stories, I'm like, the stories are only for your followers that already follow you. You have to reach out to new customers, new people, right? To new people. So that's why I do try to maximize. Again, I'm not here for the money. I just try to maximize what my creations can do.
Now we gotta be here for the money, bro. We always gotta be here for the money.
Well, that too. I have to pay the bills. Uncle Sam's gonna come for my ass in a couple of days. I mean, you have to pay the bills 100%, but trying to balance
I'm always preaching 6-figure club, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I mean,
I need all my peoples in 6 figures, man.
Yeah, that's something that I really want, but I know that's not what I don't need. That's why I don't have the most expensive equipment. I have the reliable stuff. You know, I talked about Open Gate and how that could be better. But
So
I don't
you
need
don't
it.
have to go to make six figures.
No, I don't have to go to make six figures. Definitely, that's not certainly on one of my plans. So even since I was a kid, I always been driven by community. So what I do with my businesses, the clients that I work with, is trying to create a community within in different areas in this area in the DMV, for example, Columbia Pike, Springfield, Rockville, Maryland, Silver Spring, creating a group of community where they can talk to each other and create content together. And
Okay.
then maximize events. If the community there is doing an event and they have different vendors from the area, let's maximize the content where everybody can share it with their own audiences and collaborate on social media. That way more people can see it, right? If they don't have the money to spend on ads, let's use that constructively and more efficiently with these big events. And that's where I come as a partnership. Sometimes when they cannot afford me, I do come as a sponsor for the events, because I do, at the end of the day, I want my brand to be known out there. Like, I'm here for the community.
Do you write those off on your taxes?
Yes, 100%. But
you can't do that, right? I remember I was reading something about, because it's basically like you would still charge them, but then you would count it as a loss because you gave them a huge discount. So you would count it as a loss on your like you donated your time to charity. So there's a way you can do it.
Yeah, but I don't overuse that a lot. Sometimes when I feel like it, when I remember on my taxes, I do it, but I wouldn't say it's my priority. It's just like.
So I think my biggest question is because like I started this show because we're artists.
Yeah.
And the number one thing people think of when you think of artists is struggling artists.
So artists gotta get paid, okay?
Yeah. So my question is, are you not you're not struggling?
I'm not struggling financially. I'm happy, right? That's why I'm in a happy space right now. I don't have any goals to fulfill. I'm happy because I can do whatever I want with the time I want.
Because you do this full time, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have another job?
Full time.
I think that's the biggest question a lot of people have for the full timers out. There's not a lot of us that do it full time.
Yes.
And so you said, to be honest, bro, you got kids? You got kids?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not in this economy.
I don't know how you survive.
Not in this economy.
Exactly. I don't know how somebody can survive making less than six figures.
I mean,
but you do have a wife. Your wife works.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, Uncle Sam gives you a certain amount of checks per kid, so that's another thing.
Yeah, but I think that my biggest question is, how do you find yourself like budgeting and make sure that you bringing enough money to pay all your bills? Like how is that workflow? And
that's why for me,
and is it consistent?
It is consistent, thank God. Now last year was very consistent. The first 2-3 years wasn't, but I mean that's why.
How long have you been full time?
5 years, almost 6 years.
5 times full time.
Yeah,
and it took 2 years for it to become stable.
Yeah.
I tell people it takes 2 to 3 years for any business to become stable. When like even this podcast.
Yeah.
I just started this podcast 2 years ago. Don't make any money.
and you have to act like you want it. You have to actually, like, your life depends on it. Or if there's no risk, there's no that idea in your head, you're not gonna get there. Right now, I'm guilty of being comfortable because I have a wife.
Exactly.
Right. So now I want to spend more time with her. I want to enjoy the money that I make with her. And make sure that we have the time of our lives. Because again, the economy, everything right now is very shady, and we want to maximize the now instead of tomorrow. That's why like a 3-figure thing is not really in my head right now. What is like, oh, can we go to Miami and enjoy a 3-day vacation over there? Can we just maximize our time together? That's where my goal is at the moment. And because of that, it's okay. And I talked to her about it. So like, okay, this will last probably 2 more months. I have to get back in grinding again. Right? Because I want to, again, the 3-figure salary, might not be in my goal right now, but it might be in 3 months right now. And that's okay. We have to be able to change those goals depending on our situation, financially and emotionally too. There's so much we can handle with work too. So all that takes into account. I do prioritize my mental health too, not to be too stressed. But sometimes that can go out of the window. Money is money. You know what I mean? Yeah. There are times when you sacrifice. There's times when my wife will not see me that much because I'll be running around.
Working.
But that's the thing. Whenever sometimes she needs something or her schedule changes, my schedule is flexible enough for me to change myself around her. And again, that's what people call love. You know what I mean? It's like that. Yeah, and compromise. And I'm happy that, and that was, for me, it was important to have somebody to talk to about finances and not have problems and then be able to change finances.
Who's the better financer, you or your wife?
It varies. I think me at the moment. Yeah, she has some surgeries. She's great. She's fine. She's recovering well. But yeah, again, yeah, it's a give and take. It's not a 50-50. Every month sometimes I do 80, sometimes you go 60, sometimes
I
you go
meant
70,
more in the
so.
sake of who's better at like actually doing the finances, like being on top of
Oh,
the
me,
finances and
yeah, I
this
do
bill,
keep.
this
I
month,
keep.
that, man.
I don't have ADHD.
I do.
I don't have. See, that's the thing. I don't have ADHD on the front end. I have ADHD on the back end.
Okay.
So I'm chill now. I can be social and everything. People know that I'm a social guy, 100%, even 1,000%. But the back of my head is always thinking. It's always keeping track of things. Right, something that I cannot turn off. I know there's some side effects in the long run with it, because I know from my dad, for example, it's like, how Alzheimer comes through after that if you do that too much, when you keep your brain working a lot. Mm-hmm. So that's why I've been trying to keep it low. So my mental health is a bit more important nowadays, because I want to be able to last. You know what I mean? Whether the world is good or bad now, I want to be able to last, to create more content, to get opportunities, to get to know more new people that I can partner with. I want to be able to be in my maximal health to be able to do that. I know how to go to the hospital, do things and do that. I mean, eventually we'll all get old. So Poland got me this year too, so it was bad.
Yeah, we all gonna get old. You guys didn't see it in this show. It's gonna be in an outtake. He called me old early, low key. He called me like really old. I'm only 34.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a mornings guy, so I was ready to go at like 6 a.m. So you're good.
I wake up at 4.
4?
Yeah, I get up.
Even better than me. Come on.
I get up every morning at 4:30.
But the ADHD is what keeps the finances.
See, for me, it's the opposite. Like,
really?
Nah, for me, I mean, I'm on top. Like, I know my fan. Like, I know my numbers and all that. Mm-hmm. It's just the thing. It's like actually committing to it.
That's the thing.
Which is the hard part.
Yeah, I have another friend. He has a more heavy ADHD than a lot of people.
And I got like impulse bias. Like, how much do you spend on gear a year?
Yeah. Oh, on gear?
On new gear.
No, barely.
Barely?
Barely.
I was like, my budget is like $10,000 a year. I spend about $10,000 to $15,000 a year on gear.
8,000.
8,000. Okay.
8,000.
On
8,000
on new gear upgrade. Like,
yeah. It ranged from 5,000 to 8,000.
Okay, so that's up there. Okay.
But I mean, I consider ADHD like a superpower I have when it comes to numbers and stuff like that. But I believe that a lot of people don't know how to use it right, because it can be a very superpower.
Like I said, for me, it's just the commitment part of it.
Yes.
Like, I did all the numbers and things, but now I'm already on to the next thing, so I forgot about those numbers.
Trust me, it happens to me.
And then the numbers don't matter to me anymore. And if it's not in front of me, if it's not directly in front of me, I'm not thinking about it. Like, yes. Bills don't exist. It's a sheet of paper on a computer in somebody else's office.
And I'm a visual guy.
Like, yeah. You know, like who was Team Move? You know,
yeah. That's why I came to mind, because it would be nice to have an assistant on your earbuds talking to you about things while you're doing all this stuff.
Well, that's why I want. I mean, I'm not gonna put too much on my wife when I do have one, but that's why I want my wife to like handle the finances.
No, usually, I've seen a lot of I guess partners or husband and wives on YouTube and social media that do a lot of production stuff, and mostly the wife is the one taking care of the accounting stuff, right? But again, my wife is not in the industry, she's,
because I will say that, because I had to try to get assistants and things that's outside of the industry, and it's so hard to teach them all the things
they have to. I mean, again, my partner learned all these things that I know because she loved me, and because she wanted to engage with what I do, and she found it interesting, right? But if there's no other motives, if they have a good career already, they're not even gonna.
They're not gonna try.
Yeah, and you can make it work, right? Scheduling wise will be very, very conflicted, but again, you can make a lot of things work. But then again, the finances are very important to me. Running a business, it should be very important to me. I wish we had an AI agent to do that for us. Not yet. They're not advising it yet. But imagine having your own accountant that does all those things with you. That's why I love the Jarvis from like Iron Man. Mm-hmm. That's this Jarvis thing. I want to be able to have that, but in my house.
I say that I want like the chat or even Claude to like.
Claude, I think, is the most effective one at the moment.
Claude is the most effective AI right now. I would definitely say that. Like, I just started to switch over to Claude myself now. I would definitely like how you said it earlier, the AI where it would do things that you wouldn't even think about. Yeah. Like it knows an airplane is flying, so it needs to have like some wind friction.
And even Google has a feature.
Chat doesn't do that. Like Claude would do things that I know it should do. But it'll do it without me asking. Yeah. So I would definitely say that.
I mean, even Google has some AI features that Gemini too. Well, Google has it's not Gemini, it's My Notes something. Basically you give them a paper and whatever because everybody learns a different way, and it will accommodate to that. And that's the powerful thing about that specific AI. Like it will give you the stuff because it knows how you learn. So if you learn via video or via audio or via Quizlets or cards, it will accommodate to that and it give you that specific content so you can learn better. I know people in college use it. I went to a seminar recently a few weeks ago about how people in the business are using it with proposals for the government, right? And it's so nice to have different vendors and contractors in different counties, cities throughout the United States, and you can explain them in essence what the project should be about to be ready for the consultations with the main client, which is the state, right? So those things help a lot to be able to have everybody put in the same page, so you don't look like amateur when you're going to these big meetings with big budgets. So it helps. It helps.
So we're gonna transition a little bit.
All right. Transition. Am I transitioning?
Just a little bit. We're gonna transition. We're gonna time travel. We're gonna time travel.
Okay.
We're gonna time travel. We're gonna.
I don't
think he got jokes.
I don't think I'm transitioning. Maybe to Panasonic.
Yeah, you are gonna do that sooner or later. But we're gonna time travel back to. I want you to describe what made when was the day or the time frame that you knew you wanted to do what you're doing now. Like you knew, did you always like you knew? Did your dad walk around with a camera when you were younger? You knew you was gonna be.
No one.
Like what made you pick up a camera?
I don't really remember because I
think it's like 2015.
2015. I mean, there was a video class.
So he was in college.
I didn't even took it. I took Photoshop class. I know. I don't know. I just recording. I just grabbed the camera. I started recording. There's no really. I didn't even watch
so as a
movies
hobby,
that
what
much.
was your first job? Like your hobby? Like I got the camera now. Let's go shoot something.
Photos. Photos will be the first thing. Composition wise, it will be nice. I mean, I switched to video because of the algorithm. It forced me to switch to video.
So you started off as a photographer?
Yeah. Well, I started off as a web designer.
Web designer, okay.
Yeah. And then after that, working with businesses, they didn't have any content to show on their website. So I was like, okay, we're not gonna deal with stock footage because sometimes that looks very flat. Mm-hmm. And I want to customize my websites for my clients, more personalized for them. So let's do photos and let's incorporate video too, right? And that's where I started doing video. And I went to college 4 years for an IT thing. Right? It's not even photo or video related.
You got your degree?
Right. Yeah, I got my degree and everything.
But it's NIT.
Yeah. And then one of my mentors was like, look, you're young enough. So if you're going to risk now. Because in like a few years, 10 years, 8 years, you won't be able to do that because you will have responsibilities, aka my wife and the future we have now, right? So right now is the way where you lose it, you get back up and do it again, right? After that, once you get older, you won't be able to do that. And once that clicked, what my mentor told me, I was like, okay, I'm going to start my own business. And at the time I was liking video. Let's see what we do. I didn't start my business right away. I had to find clients first. Right? A lot of people spend money on accounting, budgeting, all these systems before you even start a business, which is good. People recommend that. But once you start it and you don't find clients, how are you going to pay that back? Right? So I decided to go the other route where I started working for freelance and for free sometimes and getting that experience and getting that portfolio up. That's the thing. No, not everybody has the privilege to work for free. So I understood I was privileged in that way. So I was happy that I made it.
Why'd you say you was privileged to work for free? What allowed that?
Well, the scholarship that I got from my school. So it was almost a full ride. So I didn't have to work, nothing. Right. Thank God I knew the right people. That's why my sense of a community and knowing the right
and
people.
Giving back. Okay, that does make a lot of sense.
And bringing back every chance I get. They pay for my school 4 years entirely. What did I bring back? Community. I was doing events, hosting events at my school, creating the student
really
engagements.
Good plug for why you should give out scholarships to people.
Yeah,
that was a really good plug.
And I knew, and I knew the president at the time. Thank God for a lot of networking people. I mean, I started moving chairs in a church, right? I just like, you don't need help, right? And they were like, yeah, the young man, they can make. I don't mind. Those chairs were fucking heavy. Those things were metal. Those chairs, those tables and chairs were heavy. But I didn't mind it because again, you have to get your name out there. People have to see you, and if you're not there, if you're just behind your desk and cold calling people, mm-hmm. I mean, you can call people all the time, but again, there's that different experience that you get when you actually in the field, and getting to know people personally. And after that, like, oh, I do this too. It's a different feel, and that's how I got my way up. And that scholarship got me to be very creative. It gave me a sandbox, because not only that, the school also provided me with opportunities in which, if I wanted to be a video producer or start my own events and manage it, I could have done it, and I did it, and I took advantage of that, because that's hard when you're in college. People are working and studying at the same time. My commuters were driving 2 hours, 1 hour to come to school, so I make sure that we had events that gives them free food every Friday, right? And this will be international food, so we got Peruvian chicken, tacos. I make sure that budget was in. That was me sometimes talking to the to the financial aid at Marymount, or the people, the this office that handles us that, and continually fight for those budgets, because I want my students to be great and I want them to be fed. They were like, you have to have an event that has a specific motive of why you should do it in order to get approved for that event. I kept telling them, dude, I just wanted to have food. I don't care. So I have my assistant at the time in the club. I was running like 3-4 clubs, and so and my assistant was I praised to an assistant. A good assistant will do you wonders, but then you have to be able to value that assistant, because some people I've seen that they just don't treat them right, and some of them are very. She was handling all the logistics at the time, and we made it work. She was the one that was like, okay, let's give this reason, and then we got a lot of budgets approved, and then we made a lot of events, some fashion events, some like banquets events, big ones for our students at the school that I went to. So that's how I started with the community. I was like, I was blessed by having an almost full ride. How can I bring back to the people that I know are struggling with and cannot do what I do otherwise? And that's how I started with the whole community thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question for you is, was there a season where you thought about giving the camera up?
Not really.
Did you have any hardship seasons coming up? So matter of fact, you said you got the camera in 2015.
Wait, I had a camera 2014.
Are you still in college?
But I didn't use it.
When did you graduate college?
Oh, 2020.
You graduated college in 2020.
Yeah.
And that's when the business really started flowing out in 2020, right?
yeah, 2020. Damn.
You said it took you 5 years to graduate?
Yeah, damn.
Because it took you 5 years to graduate?
Yeah. No, 4 years.
4 years?
4 years. It was a mishandling from the school side that they wanted me to repeat another class because of credits. And I told them, look, you give me a full ride.
Bro, it took me 7 years to graduate college, bro.
Oh, wow.
So
that's okay.
I think it sounds like that. I took a gap year too, though.
I mean, I kept telling the school and my peers, I was like, I'm here for my students and the friends I can make here, and for the connections. Not necessarily
I was
to pass
a total
class.
opposite when I was in school. I was a loner. I was a loner when I was in college. And it's crazy because you said something that made me reflect back on myself for a little bit, because I was like, I always felt guilty because I was a rich guy when I was in college. That's because I was the only one with government. I had a government job, but I worked there. I went to school and I worked a government job, but I always had money. And so everybody else was like struggling, like college students struggle.
Yeah,
I ain't never had a struggle. I never had a college student struggle before.
Yeah.
So I've always felt, I always humbled myself from that moment. So I was like, because I got lucky and I was able to get that government job at 17.
Yeah.
I was 17 with a government job.
And it forces you to be in those circles within the college too, in those bubbles. So that's why it was.
But since I didn't have money, I wasn't forced to really integrate with anybody, because I didn't need anybody. I didn't need help from anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't have any scholarship. Yeah, I didn't need any help. So I didn't see the need for the community at the college. And then we didn't have a big community college. I went to UDC.
Okay, UDC is nice.
Yeah, I went to UDC, which is,
I mean, and that's why it takes I want to shout out to Marymount University, right? It's not as big as your Mason, right? You don't have the frat parties or
yeah, man, it's bigger than
things.
UDC though. So.
But it's big enough to build a community that people can recognize you wherever you go, and having your accomplishments feel valuable in community wise, and that just fills up your spirit, your soul. Like when people are valuing your work, with my clients in the business, they're like, oh, Daniel, this not only looks great, but also brings me clients, and I enjoy working with you, and you give me so many tips throughout. That's enough. That's my payment right there, right? And then Alconsam takes the rest.
So when you're looking for clients, what type of clients do you look for in particular? Like
Any.
besides small business, any?
I don't discriminate. anything.
Well, has it ever been? Have you ever had to tell a client? Have you ever had to fire a client? Like let a client go? Like this?
I have some really hard
relationship-
clients that were hard to deal with, but patience and sometimes deliberate ignorance, has to come in play. When I'm like, okay, so yeah, just need a paycheck, and give them some advice. And if they don't take that advice, it's okay. I always tell them, you need to keep producing stuff, whether it's with me or without me.
Okay.
I want to be there, but you don't need me. You can have another take somebody else created. There's a million of us out there, right? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, and most of them like, okay, bye. And I was like, yeah, and that's okay.
So what's something you would tell a client? So let's say you're talking to a brand new client.
Mhm.
This client has a small business and they
Mhm.
looking to do social media. They have a social media account, but they're not too heavy on it. And they
Mhm.
want to get more into social media, and they think that social media can drive more
Mhm.
traffic into their store.
Mhm.
But they're afraid of paying for any type of content at the
Mhm.
moment because they truly cannot understand
Mhm.
the budget needs and their budgets.
Mhm.
So what do you? Well, I guess you would say I do it for free. I guess.
Not necessarily. What I say is hire somebody part-time. It doesn't have to be someone expert, but somebody that is motivated to learn in the creative space. Hire somebody in-house to learn your culture, to learn all the little perks and things about your business, and then have them create things by themselves, or maybe they can partner up with me, right, in a sort of a sponsor partnership situation, or I can help them in the back end, giving them tips about, okay, this equipment could be better. Maybe don't buy a beautiful Sony. Maybe buy an Osmo Pocket, right? Maybe don't buy, those big lavalier mics and high center, those big mics. Buy a DJI mic, right, to start with, right? And produce content constantly. And once you learn that and you see the traction, you want to create better products, and then I might come in with the things that I do.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I ended up saying was get an intern.
Yeah,
I said get an unpaid intern. That's somebody like
the
a car
modern day slaves. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, get a. I mean, you don't gotta call them a slave or anything. Go get yourself a film intern.
I was an intern too, and I was
because job experience. I said that's the main thing is you want to say this is job experience. If it's like somebody in high school or college,
100%.
like especially college, you go get yourself a college student or fresh out of college
100%.
that need the job experience to create social media, and they can use you as their portfolio.
For a job that respects their interns, I'm all for that. But sometimes that doesn't happen.
We're looking for interns on the Let's Get Real podcast, by the way.
All
So
right.
if you guys want to learn your video production things, we're looking. I got a video coming up. We're looking for interns.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. But that's the thing. It's knowing how to value the interns, knowing that they don't know much, having patience with them. It takes a hold from the business owner to do that too, right? But sometimes by doing that, they have to do accounting, taxes, and deal with other businesses, all other stuff about the business, and they don't have time to take care of this. So sometimes I tell them, don't even try. If you won't be able to do it yourself or want to hire somebody else within your team, you know what? Don't. Because if you don't want to grow, you don't want to grow. It's simple as that. Some people are making money enough to be comfortable.
If you're comfortable, be comfortable. You don't need more.
Like right now, I'm comfortable saying I don't need more. But next month, you're gonna see me wanting more.
You're gonna want more next
right?
month? What's the difference between now and next month?
It's just different things. I want to buy new things.
Okay.
Maybe I want to buy. Yeah.
So as things pop up, that's when the motivation goes.
Yeah, maybe the tires go up next month, and I have to, make sure to buy more stuff before they go up. You know what I mean?
Get that. I'm in that boat right now. I understand that.
We're in the world that we don't. That's the thing. I was telling one of my mentors the other day. It's like, when you're falling, it will be good to know how far the floor is, right? And you know when you're gonna get hit. When you're falling, you gotta know where the floor is before you get hit, because at least you can expect it. You can prepare for that. But right now, we don't know where we're gonna fall. We see darkness, right? So that's the problem with the anxiety now that people have, and I share too. Right? We don't know where we're gonna touch the floor, or if it's gonna be soft, or it's gonna be a hard rock, and it's gonna hit me, right? So we don't know, and that's the problem. It's hard to do that nowadays.
Man, I think you can expect the unexpected though. You can put a rock there for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Like I think this is what I do expect.
Yeah.
Because I do get that. Because like I'm not a real big saver.
Mm.
I never saved money in my life.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to save at all.
Hustle.
Because I mean, on my head, I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. So why hold on to it?
That is true.
That's been my biggest flaw. That's why I'm like when we were talking about financial part earlier. That's my biggest flaw. Like
That is
mentally,
true.
I have to get over that hump of thinking like I don't know what's gonna be tomorrow, so let's get rid of the money. Whereas I'm like I know I'm gonna be here. I don't got no plans to die no time soon. So I could keep some money in my pocket just to save it.
Yeah, but another can come and crash down to us right now, and then we're done.
You know, what's the worst that's gonna happen here in America in the next 5 to 10 years?
I do feel like that thinking takes you to a very high level, and I like that. But then you are, I guess, taught by that same way of thinking because you have to build equity and do this all like long-term plans to go to the next level. Because thinking like that will get you high enough to be comfortable, but after a while, it takes you down a little bit. So if you don't make that jump very early, then you're just gonna be like, oh, I should have just invested more and do more things like that. And right now it's hard to invest, and now everything's up. So that's why these things are investments. The cameras are investment, the lenses are investment, these equipments are investments that we hopefully.
Look at all those investments.
Nikon, get that Nikon out of here. Get that Nikon out of here.
Everything up on the table right there is broke.
Get that Nikon out of
here. Every lens up there is
here.
broke. I need a replacement lens. If anybody wants to send me some replacement lenses, Sony, I can use some.
Get that Nikon out of here. I'm sorry. I love the Nikons, but
the Nikon. That's my very first camera. That's the very first camera that I bought, and I started shooting music videos with.
A Nikon?
Nikon. I started off with Nikon. Yeah, that D3200. I paid.
Well, I'll say I'm very ignorant in Nikon. I know the new ones are pretty good, but the old ones I know nothing about.
Nikons are for hobbyists.
Okay.
I can say that on camera. Nikons are for hobbyists.
Okay. In my mind, they're like legendary old.
I only know one real creator that works with a Nikon right now. He's really only in his bag now because they took over Red, so he's really over the top with it.
Okay.
But other than that, no, Nikon for hobby.
A lot of Nikon shooters that I know, they have the old equipment, no new stuff, and they refuse to upgrade.
And do they work in photography?
Yeah, they do.
They do work.
Yeah. I was like, you can buy the new ones. I was like, no, it's too expensive. I was like, what do you mean? You have all this equipment. But then again, on their side, the lenses for those cameras are cheaper. Way cheaper than the ones
Sony,
we have.
Especially Sony. I think Sony got the most expensive ones.
Yeah, shout out to Build Trucks and Sigma for making them affordable.
Yeah, if we didn't have Sigma lenses. But I do love my G Masters.
Oh yes, I do. Well, that one, the 35 that's my baby. The 35.
So I want to upgrade. Let's talk some cameras real quick. Yeah. So I do want to upgrade. I'm looking to upgrade. I need to get either FX3, another one, or another A7 IV, and then I need all primes. I need a 35, 50, 85 G Masters.
G Masters. Okay.
All G Masters. I want all G Masters.
No 84, 45.
I said 85.
Okay, 85.
Yeah, I said 35, 50, 85.
Okay,
that's a good
that's a standard. Yeah.
And then a 70-200.
Yeah.
Those are the next 4 lenses.
But do you need a 70-200 though?
I do a lot of corporate work.
Okay.
I do a lot of corporate work and I do a lot of weddings where I need that.
The range?
Yeah, I need the range. It'd be easier. I mean, I'm low-key a ninja on set. Like I get low. I go all over the place. I'll be running.
You have like those two like this is.
I shoot with just one camera.
Oh, what? No way.
I shoot with one camera.
I've seen people who have like 2-3 cameras.
I have
one here, one here.
But I've seen like a lot of extra.
One right here.
I won't only have it as a backup, like if a battery died or something.
Not like
that. But I mean, I might go to that route because like I do want to shoot more primes. So I will only do that if you were shooting primes and I had like a 35 on this hip and then an 85 on this hip. That's the only way that makes sense.
I love primes, but they're so inconvenient for corporate jobs.
Because this is all over the place?
No, it's because you have to switch lenses. Just 20-7, that's it.
See, I feel like when I have my 24-70 on, my ADHD really shows in my film. Because I can't decide what focal length.
Oh, well, okay.
So for me, it's easy. I just realized when I shoot video, it just makes more sense for me to like, I know I got a 35, so all my plans need to be shot around this 35.
I love the artistic side of primes because it forces you to create
and it forces me to stay in that and really create. Whereas when I had the 24-70, I know I can just go, especially I shoot a lot on gimbal. So I can go back and forth.
Yes, 100%.
And so sometimes you'll catch me in the middle of a shot and I'm like, oh my God, this is a really good shot, but then I zoom out.
But that's the thing. It's like if you have a prime, you're stuck with it, right? And if you want to change lenses, you have to recalibrate the gimbal.
Yeah, that too.
And that was
well, I still shoot with a Ronin M, and I really don't have to recalibrate that much.
Oh yeah, the new ones are pretty good with their motors. They're more.
Yeah, but I still shoot with the old one. I still shoot with my gimbal from 2013.
Okay.
I got my gimbal from 2013.
Oh wow,
that's how old it is.
Like, investments. If you treat them well, they can last you a lifetime.
$1,300.
And if you know how to keep them, dust free.
It's not dust free. I won't say that. It's definitely not dust free.
But you gotta clean them out. So this baby has been through a lot: rains, months, thunderstorms
You got any new?
outside.
So besides the Panasonic, is any? So you don't have to. This is why I spend so much money.
Mhm.
So you don't spend a lot of money on lights or audio, do you? How's no?
I have a 2 light setup with Amarams.
Okay.
And the audio from DJI, and that's all I need.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Well, of course, different the hot shoot mounts and all the stuff that plug into DJI. That way I can get the 32-bit flow and the wireless straight to the camera. Other than that,
do you ever hook up to the audio booths at the events?
No.
You don't?
No.
You don't have like a Tascam recorder or anything?
An external recorder? I have one, yeah. You
do have like an external, like an ASIC, like an external, and you don't hook up to their booths?
No, I just put the DJI little receiver and I put it on the mixers and that's it. That thing just records on 32-bit flow already. I don't need a huge thing.
On the mixer? You put like the lav on like the actual, like on top of the mic?
No. You can get the XLR on an aux cord to the DJI transmitter. And then it records in the transmitter, and then I receive it on the camera too. So I have one clean record audio, and then the camera I'm receiving the same audio. You small
DJI mics.
Yeah, the ones that come with the
lavalier mics.
Yeah,
but they got the lavalier, then the receiver that goes on the camera. You saying you can put an XLR adapter cable into that receiver? You
can just put that in there. Just a little thing right there. Sometimes I have it hanging because the thing doesn't weigh that much either. Mm-hmm. That's what I do for events. I go to the event guy, the music guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I give him
you do hook up to the booth though?
Yeah, just put the little thingy, the little DJI little.
But it records all that into that. I got it.
You got it's fun.
You sure that
like
works?
It. I do that every single Sunday for church.
So like if I have my Rode mic, like the transmitter that goes on top of my camera, I guess it is a 3.5. But no, because that has
as long as you don't go too far. Because that's what I do for, like, on Sundays, for example, I do live streaming for church services, right? The mixers and the music guys are in one side of the room, and the video and everything with me, I'm in the other side of the room. I'm not going to have a cable all the way to me. I'm just going to have the DJI.
You got your Rode mic with you? Can I see it?
Yeah, bring it.
You can break the fourth wall.
What are we,
the
Deadpool?
One I just used.
What are we, Deadpool?
Like your Rode mic, or even like the Rode mic.
Well, that wouldn't work with the DJI Mini. The DJI mic is the one that actually has the
that's what I'm trying to understand. Maybe you gotta bring up a picture because I'm trying to understand. Because I'm curious now. Because now I gotta understand it.
That's my easier setup.
Hold on. All right,
he has.
So is that the one? Let me see.
No, but this is not.
You got Vaughn coming on camera.
It's not Rode, but you can use. I know exactly what you're talking about.
These are Hollylands ones, right?
Give me the transmitter.
Yeah, so this is his transmitter,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And give me the receiver.
But this is the receiver. So that's what they actually talking to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The DJI mic comes with those aux cords.
Yeah, like the red.
You put your headphones.
Like the red aux cords.
Yeah, the 3mm one. Yeah. So the DJI comes with one of those, and that allows you to plug in whatever audio comes out, and it treats it as a mic. So I put
into that receiver though.
Yeah.
Into the receiver.
Yeah. I put a mixer with a cable right straight to this, and it records 32-bit flow over here, and it sends me a copy to my camera with this. So I have the audio there. Yeah.
So you have your transmitter on your camera.
Yeah, with the levels all normal.
But this is on you at the booth.
Yeah. And I can move anywhere because if I lose connection, this thing is recording internal 32-bit flow at all times.
Yeah.
So I can always go back to it if I get disconnected or I go far away.
So that's
this,
why,
I don't think this one doesn't do that.
So yeah, because I got a 3.5 here, right?
Oh yeah, then it does.
So this was what you're talking about. You talking about 3.5. Yeah. You put it into the.
And with that to an XLR.
I guess that is correct because this is a lavalier.
Yeah.
Because this will usually be used for a lavalier.
To an XLR, you put a.
So I guess
converter.
I'm going to test that out.
That's it.
I never thought about that because I always use my A6. I have an A6 recorder, I actually Tascam recorder with an XLR. You do that into the booth. But I never thought about using one of these as that because that would probably save a lot of people money from having to buy an actual if you already have these and it records. I never thought
that is my recorder now. I don't use the other one. The Zooms, I don't use them anymore.
Just your wireless mics.
Yeah. If I want to record audio, I just plugged it into that one. That's it.
Because I actually know what cable you're talking about. I have one of my. Can you go in my bag right here? It's a yellow cable there. in the bag on top.
Wow, this is nice. I like the
I
feeling.
haven't
of
seen a
this.
Hollyland Mars one.
I never
yet
seen one
either.
either.
How you like this one, Vaughn? We got Vaughn on the show. Everybody, Vaughn's behind the camera. You can say hi to everybody.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like this. This is what you're talking about. Is we'll go into
no,
the
that one.
receiver. I'm not gonna drop this.
Don't trust the magnets.
All right, so you said to go to the 3.5
Mhm.
here, but on this side, because this is
XLR.
a female version, it would be the male version that goes into the
Yep.
actual booth.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I never
Yep.
thought about that. That's pretty. All right. Hey, on the show, first one, let's learn something new.
My people love it because you don't have to have any bulky, and you can just stay there.
And then it records internally into this, and the battery's pretty good because I use my A6 now.
I mean, it gives me about.
The A6, I think it is 32 bit float. It might not be 32.
It has 11 hours of recording in there, so you're good. I seen wedding people give them that and then just record it the whole day or like the
Well,
whole
I use
event.
that at the weddings. Yes, I put them on the grooms and the
Mhm. Okay.
officiants,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
just leave them there
Yeah.
the entire day. And
But it
use
has a
time code
practical
later.
use for event production
But
too.
I just never, for that, just that in particular, like using, I don't know, I don't have my recorder in here, but like how he's using
Mhm.
our
Yeah.
recorder now
Mhm.
to do the boost, because you
Yeah.
could have did a split basically.
Yeah.
Both of
And-
these mics going into this is basically
Yeah.
what you would have said.
And there's no delay.
Yeah, but actually, matter of fact, that's it. You saying you would have took this cable and put it into this mic, so this mic would be talking and recording
Yeah.
to this.
But I'll put that next to the mixer though, because I can record both instead of one.
And then you said this because then it's also picking up from this mic as well.
No. I don't use that mic at all.
I know you said mixer. Oh, you saying the mixer? You just talking
Yeah,
about,
that will be the mixer recorder then.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I never thought about.
It's because sometimes my video
You know,
guys are not close.
so I say this word is either this is MacGyver. You MacGyver.
okay.
This sounds like a MacGyver thing. I don't know
Okay.
if it's the intent purpose for that, but that sounds like you
okay.
MacGyver something, or like I like to say nigger rig.
Oh.
Like,
Well, let me say
you
that real
rig
quick.
some stuff out. I never thought about that. If you guys have done that before, put it in the comment section before. I have never used my wireless mics for that before.
Yeah, I mean that's sometimes in venues, their audio equipment is in a closet and stuff like that. So like I need a way to do it without cables.
Okay. I mean, it's always still that one little mini cable, the XLR cable. But
Yeah,
that's
but
still cool.
I just make sure that it's in a higher point. That way, there's not interference.
okay, I might start doing that because I usually use my A6, but it's getting old and it still takes batteries. Like it takes AA batteries. Like I was at a shoot the other day and it stopped midway because of the AA
okay.
batteries ran out.
I like it because if one dies, you can just replace it with the other one because it comes with two.
It come
as
to
you say.
yeah, exactly. So
And
I'm
I tell you
gonna
what,
start doing that.
They never die. Never
almost-
died on a 4-hour event, almost 6 hours. No, four and a half, almost 5. It didn't die. It didn't even overheat. My camera died. I was like, why am I still recording if my camera cannot record anymore? My SD drive, my SD card is already filled. You know what I mean?
I like that camera talk. I think that's one of the first breakaway joints we did like that. I think we do need to talk more. What type of conversations do you prefer to have within the community? Like, what conversations do you believe the community needs to be having, actually?
I don't know. I mean, community engagement here is not as much as, when you're in California, New York.
Here
But
in the
again,
DMV area.
I think it's up to the creatives to do something about it. Community engagements, events, but not just to mingle, but also to create.
So you don't think we don't have enough spaces here? In
We
the city
do.
for
DC
creative
has
events?
very good ones, but here in Virginia, we don't. Straight up,
Not in
we just
Virginia.
not in
Not for
Virginia.
creatives.
Not for creatives, Virginia. Everything that I want to do creatively is at Baltimore or DC. I have to drive all the way there if I want to do something.
Say that
creative.
again. You just said Baltimore.
Yeah,
I got a lot of people
Baltimore or
say I
DC.
don't want to drive to Baltimore, but you go to Baltimore for stuff.
Yeah, to be creative,
Okay.
to be among people who are in the industry. Here in Virginia, you don't see a lot, and the production size that you see over here, they're very close. So it's not like you can collaborate with them because they're acting like a business, not like a community engagement kind of stuff. I just wish that I had more community events for us in Virginia, in Arlington, Northern Virginia, rather than me crossing to DC or going to Maryland far away.
So maybe we should go to Lorton then.
Maybe that can be the way to go. I know there's another big studio place that opened up a few months ago. I forgot the name right now, but I can send it to you.
Cause it's like Union. Like I want a space as big as Union 206.
Okay,
Like
it's hard.
that's what I imagine.
It's
When
hard. They have a prime. They have a prime studio.
Yeah, so when I say studio, that's what I imagine. I want a studio space of that caliber. But I would say, but you're right. I don't think they host a lot of community events.
No, all the events I have to drive to DC. I have to find horrible parking.
It's way better parking out here. Yeah, it is.
It's
The
better
parking is
parking out
better.
here. But again, we don't have a lot of incentives to do it here in Virginia. We are mainly contractors for the government.
I mean, DC is all contractors for the government.
I know, but the community, like filmmakers, like
The thing is, I believe everybody lives in Virginia and like the outskirts of Maryland.
that is true, and they call themselves DC
because
locals, I guess.
people can't afford to live in DC.
Some people cannot afford.
Not a
Look,
lot of filmmakers.
I saw a house here, 1.2 million, easy. It's not even. It's
said
not
you
even
have
a
a
thing,
house?
huh?
You have
No,
a
I
house?
saw a house here that I wanted to see, 1.2 million, and I was like, you know what? I don't own any jets. I don't own any stock. Who do I have to kill?
My thing is,
You know what I mean?
I don't see a
Like,
lot
what
of
am I gonna
photographers
do
or
to get that
filmmakers
money?
with the money or the sources
On Minecraft or GTA.
to be able to afford those type of things in the city. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's why a studio makes. I want to have a studio, but it just makes no sense to me. I'll just be losing,
Oh, you most
Money.
definitely will be losing money. I lose money here all the time.
right? And I'm in a comfortable space right now that if I lose a little bit more than I'm comfortable with, then I have to act desperate, which is again, I guess what you want to do when it comes to quality in a career. You want to act. You want to have the pressure to actually build and take it to the next step. But again, that's not here or there. We all are in different mindsets every month, so whatever it takes. But that's the thing. A studio would be too risky for me to have. Right, that's why I wanted to have like partners with studios and just content there and there. But again, I understand that they have to get paid. So how do we make it profitable? That's the next conversation. And if there's not enough community to bring people in and talk to each other and create like events, sometimes you have to create and host your own events, right? And have your own ticket systems, things like that. So I work with people in Miami that do some of those stuff. So we help them with websites and stuff like that. So I understand the struggle of people.
So, but you saying that DC does have that infrastructure?
I believe so.
So
I've seen a lot of events, like
Okay.
Jabari, for example.
I think he's really
Yeah.
bringing it up. I would definitely give. You talking about Jabari Jefferson from Masscom Guru and Let's Talk Shop?
Like he's a pioneer,
Yeah, I would definitely give him his props.
right? I want more of what he's doing, but here in Virginia.
But here in Virginia, okay.
But then again, I'm also Latino, Hispanic, and there's more in the African community, like a lot of African creators, like African American creators out there, and there are mine. That's great. But then I'm like, all my Latino community out here, there's not much.
I will
about
say
Latino
Virginia is
DMV,
definitely more Latino based.
Right?
I would definitely say that.
right? And I don't mind merging it. That's the thing. It's like I want to propose something that we can all go together. And I know Jabari is always welcome to have me, right? He was like, "Oh no, you're Hispanic, you can do it."
I think it's just about him having. I think you're right. I think it's just him. I might have to stay in VA, guys. Cause I think it is just about the fact that there's no spaces for him to host those type of events here. Because like I said, I don't think UN 206 is that opening for that. And there aren't a lot of other locations.
No, I mean,
or event spaces.
I mean, we gotta learn from Jabari because he already did most of the work when it comes to doing that in DC, in a place where it's hard to do those things. So learning from him and try to duplicate something here, and maybe learning from other people who are doing it in California and New York. Of course, a different like finance, a lot of different aspects of it, but the core is still there. How do we make it profitable? That also is doing something for the community, which at the end I think that's what it should be based about. The word of mouth, and the bigger the better. People charge subscriptions, for example, like $5 a month to be able to retain a certain specific channel, right? Or through Patreon or some other, not OnlyFans, but Patreon can also be another thing.
Okay.
Where people can get money about to keep something open.
So what type of events do you think needs to be hosted here in Virginia? Just community building, or should we do like more workshops out here?
Well, there's those. Have you done those 43-hour films?
On 48 hours?
48 hours. Yeah.
That was one of the first things I did when I started my career. I haven't done one since then.
I help a few guys do a few. Every time they have it, I work that weekend, so it's hard for me to be there. But I think I have.
So you think more film festivals and more things, more activities, more organized street meets? You ever been to a street meet?
Never. That's the thing. I'm thirsty for community. I have community, and in my it's a small business with my peers in the event production and all that stuff, but not in my filmmaking career. Not that much. I have again. Jamar is a very good contact, and everybody over there in the events I get in contact. They're so wonderful. They're in DC. Not in Virginia. I had to drive all the way there to do it. It's not that big of a drive, but I still wish. And I used to live here. I moved to Woodbridge, so from there it's a big.
So you really far around
Yes.
Woodbridge.
Hey, if you want a big space and it's affordable, go to Woodbridge.
The boardroom is out. The boardroom is in Woodbridge. It's
Yes.
owned by Sanchez Media. You know the boardroom?
I haven't been there though.
Yeah, so the boardroom is. I haven't been there yet either. But the boardroom is open.
Go there and support.
Huh?
We have to go there and support.
Yeah, we got to go there. We have to go there and support.
Yeah.
And see what John is doing over there at his spot. John has a nice spot. So I mean, Jamar could open there. You know, he could work. They already kind of did that with the Metro ties. They filmed.
I love the Metro ties.
They filmed some Metro ties at that location at the boardroom. So that was like one of the first stops. But I guess it is going to take. I might use the boardroom because the Woodbridge, Manassas area does have creatives living there. I know a lot of people that live in the Woodbridge.
I mean, they've been pushed out from Arlington.
From Arlington, I know a lot. I do know a lot of people that do, and there are no spaces out there. So I'm gonna take that into account. Like I said, I'm looking for the new space for studio space, and I don't know if you ever talked to you about Censored.
No, first time.
I get you some gear.
Oh please.
Director,
I have no gear.
or photographer.
Yeah,
set.
please. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so this is a collective that I decided to work on. A community collective. Censored, which is just basically means that you are a part of our camera crew.
I mean, I talked to Javari at some point, and I mean, there was some budget restrictions about it. But going to people's film, productions and kind of like have a show about behind the scenes on how it goes while they're filming something, right? And I have a few 3 episodes on my YouTube channel. Where you kind of see I go to their sets and record them and making sure they're well lit. Also, like they were doing something good in front of the camera, because we don't highlight the people behind the camera that much, right? But what if we go and do like a behind the scenes video for those short films and show the talent behind it, right? In a new light, actually operating the camera, actually talking to the so more transparency, I'll say. And that just brings people to like, oh, we can do that too with a small budget. Oh, they use that light. Oh, they use a DJI mic for the mixer instead of doing it for like a mic. Those little things you find out once you show them that behind the scenes.
Okay, you're giving me ideas. Like I said, I want to do a lot of things. I want to get more community based. Like I said, I have never when I was in college, I wasn't a community person. I didn't have Spirit. I didn't do Spirit Week or anything. But I want to do it because I'm being not forced to, but I believe it's part of my purpose. So I do want to get more into community. So I do plan on hosting like a bunch of events. So I'm taking everything you're telling me and I'm gonna put into more.
Well, let me know if you need behind the scenes on that and videos, because I mean that's what I do. That's what I love doing: the coverage of event and capturing
the story of it,
the story, and the reactions from people, and how it makes them feel. That's what I'm good at, and that's why I think I all these 5 years I passed. I spent so much time working on those things. And because I mean, community, you can only grow so much by yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't want to say force. And force, I know it's a very harsh word, but sometimes you'll be pushed to open yourself up because there will be more opportunities you probably haven't seen before, or some probably you weren't comfortable with before, but now you open your eyes to it because of necessity. But you will realize it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Can I get time check? Okay, hour 5. Okay, man. About to wrap
5 minutes.
Yeah, about to wrap up.
Dude.
That went by kind of quick.
I remember doing my seminars like in Marymount.
All right,
in school, we'll have like 2-3 hours.
2 questions.
I'll pick everybody because Marymount is a Catholic school. So I'll talk to the priest and I'll just bounce around ideas. With also the Muslim leaders in the community too. It'll be fun. I like talking to them and talking about ideas beyond camera stuff, of course.
I got 3 more questions left.
All right. I'll
So we talked about this a little bit earlier as an outtake. So let's bring it back into the actual real show. How do you see AI and technology affecting our careers as photographers and filmmakers in the upcoming future?
Oof.
How do you see it? How do you see us interacting with it?
They're gonna go hand to hand. They have to go hand to hand, 100%. Especially with visual effects. Visual effects are the ones that add more productions value to the shots that you're doing, right? There's easy. I seen people who use AI in some shots, and you can see where they use AI because some of the shots look very overproduced,
Okay.
and some of the shots are not very produced when it comes to lighting and composition. You can see the difference clearly. It goes from like a movie level shot, and the next frame looks like a somebody from school that just started doing it and started playing with it. It's when you marry those two
Together.
when you have the cinematography, the composition, the lighting knowledge, and then you marry and you augment that knowledge with AI. Let's say you cannot afford a whole studio to film an airplane scene.
Or
But-
even this studio. Somebody
Yeah.
you could do this on green screen.
Yeah. So again, we can have that, and have turned different studios in different ways, like in a car. Right now, I'm experimenting with changing the setting without changing the person. But that's the thing. Privacy issues also come along because we don't know what these people are doing with our. They say they're not doing it, but come on, be honest. They're all the information is going to a server at the end of the day, and it's being storage there. And that was my main concern with AI. But right now, everybody's using it. There are people who were against it, who don't want to use it at all. But I think to augment the production value of the film, it's nice to have small little things, whether it's props, locations, or even the way the lens looks that you cannot afford. For example, Hazefield AI is very nice with those lenses. You can actually emulate expensive lenses, and there's a list that you can actually use. You don't have to type it in. It's already a very user-friendly setup. You can choose the camera that you want it to look like, the lens, the focal length, the aperture, and then you give it that picture, and then it will match all those things.
That's cool.
So in essence, you can shoot a short film with an iPhone, and then feed it there, and you can have, all those imperfections and enhance and stuff like that. It looks pretty decent.
Even for you see yourself using it for like live corporate events?
No, I don't use it for local because there's no need. Those events, you're there to capture what's happening there.
I would say how I use AI for live capture events. I use AI for live capture events from like how we talked about earlier before we got on camera. Like if you at a panel discussion, you got like the real long panel discussion.
Oh yes.
Or like we caption the actual story from the event, like people talking and speakers and things like that. I take the transcripts. Like I don't know about. I use Premiere Pro, and in Premiere Pro it'll export a transcript of everything that's said.
Yeah.
And so I've been using that, and it's increased my workflow. And
I guess we have to divide it into two. With AI, it's like okay, AI when you're shooting, or AI when you're editing.
Yeah, in post-production. Yeah, it's like I use it for post-production a lot.
Post-production,
I use it to help me build scripts. So I have it go in. If it's an hour-long thing, like even just like an hour-long podcast, I used to. Like sit there and listen to the whole hour, but you do that multiple times.
So you're saying that AI is listening to me right now?
Yeah, AI is going to pick out the best soundbite for down you for these movies. AI is definitely going to tell me what soundbites to use. To AI.
What's the name of your AI? I have to talk to him.
Just Claude.
Claude?
Yeah, you just take the transcript.
It made me look better, okay?
You take the transcript from Premiere Pro, you export it out, you put that into Claude, you give it a prompt, you say, hey, I'm working on a highlight reel for this company, and this is a story that they're trying to tell. I need you to go through this transcript and pick out the best 90 seconds.
Audio without you talk to Claude like an audio person?
No, you just get them a transcript.
Oh, transcript.
It's a transcript.
And you type it?
No, Premiere does it. Like, Premiere makes your own captions.
Yes.
Yeah. So instead of
captions, yourself too, I think, but it's not as extensive as Premiere.
Yeah, I don't know any of the softwares that does it, but I know Premiere is really good at it.
You haven't messed around with DaVinci Resolve?
I will after this podcast. I will.
Okay.
I'll use it to color grade, but not for like actual editing.
Okay. I just don't want to move my footage left and right, so
I think the process that I'm going to start doing now, at least like even a podcast, is we shoot and use everything in DaVinci, and I'll probably do my base color grade in DaVinci, but then I'm gonna export it out in Premiere.
Okay.
So I can finish it up because I still like doing my lower thirds and my I'll use Premiere for I do like motion graphics and things like that.
Okay. I mean, in motion graphics for AI, oh my goodness,
easier.
It just elevates.
I had some practice with some motion graphics. I don't know if you saw me try to make one. I tried to get I forget which app I was using, but they had one they can make lower thirds. Or design it and they animate it. Just couldn't do it right. I ended up just doing it.
Well, don't use Sora. I guess they're off the market now.
But yeah. But I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. But
that's the thing. Hazefield has all these languages like Kling, Seeds, the new one that came out from China that right now is getting a lawsuit. I think they have that one too, or they used to have that one. That website is very powerful when it comes to the graphics and the people.
We just need the support though. more so
they
they
were
can keep
so
building.
they were so committed that now they're sponsoring a TV show or a show that was
How you feel
entirely
about? I mean,
made
I got real.
by AI.
How you feel about the data centers?
Oh, 100% disagree.
But you need the AI
100%
though. You
disagree.
can't have the AI without the data centers.
Yeah, but a lot of like OpenAI, a lot of these AI systems are already bankrupt, like already going towards bank. No, not yet, but they already reporting a lot of losses and they cannot give it back, right? They start even doing ads on OpenAI to get some of that money. That's what we like cloud because cloud is not doing that. Cloud is keeping it non-AI or non ads on their systems. But that's the thing. Eventually, there's so much computing you can do. And right now, we're seeing a lot of people in different states fighting off these data centers with all this
Yeah,
laws.
like, I think it's gonna be heavily
So-
regulated.
It won't be.
You don't think so?
Oh hell no! You see who we have in charge now? That guy makes money out of all these things.
Out of the chaos?
You know,
He said it
the
won't
guy
be.
lives on chaos, which I like the entertainment. But once he hears your home, then
Now it has to
we
be
start crying.
huge regulate. Cause you know what's crazy? I'm so mad I didn't put this video out so long ago. I already had before like AI and they started doing deep fakes and everything.
Oh yeah.
I already knew. I told Vaughn this a long time ago. I said the future's gonna come to where they're gonna have like Tom Cruise is gonna be able to license his likeness as AI, as an AI
Easy
character.
money.
He can so he don't have to physically work. He can
Easy
say,
money.
hey, if you want to use me as a character, they got a 3D model of me already saved on the software on a server at Paramount.
And that's the thing. You can skip 3D modeling altogether because with Hazefield, you can actually have a scan of somebody's,
face,
whole
but
letter.
it should be
No.
regulated to the point where if I decide to go on Hazefield and say I want to use Tom Cruise for this,
you can pay.
I will have to pay a certain amount. It's probably be ridiculous because it's Tom Cruise, but
Well,
and
Well, Morgan Freeman is the one that is having that issue right now in court.
they wouldn't use his voice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not gonna be regulated in probably
It was like 5 to 10
I always
give
years.
everything. I always give
It has to hit the ground first. It has to be AI is a whole thing that is unrestricted, which is a lot of money that people are spending on data centers. Is just
because that's like Disney, like whatever. I don't know. One of them Chinese apps just came out.
SeatGeek, I think.
That's one, and they was fighting because they was using like everybody was.
Size or something like that.
I don't know the name of it, but I know everybody was arguing. They was arguing about it because they was
It
using
was
like
really-
Mario characters and
but-
Disney characters
but-
and things.
It was really good.
And,
The
yeah,
lighting, consistency, a little bit of
but
problem.
no regulation. But no regulation on how it's being used though. So I think that's definitely is going to come up.
Hey,
But we could talk. I think we could talk about AI all day.
we are at the moment that the people who are making the decisions over there are not in touch with AI. So AI is gonna be unregulated for a little bit. So again, break some laws, do whatever you have to do, enjoy the time if you really want to enjoy the time with AI. AI is not gonna be regulated anytime soon. There's a few people who I'm very in touch with AI. I do AI follow throughs in the government to see where it's at or how much time we have until we get everything clocked down.
Mhm.
There's some bills that haven't passed or that have been introduced by some parties that to restrict it and see. But again, that's all not gonna happen because people are donating millions of dollars on this. That's not gonna happen. So enjoy AI as much as you can. You have 5 or 10 years to do whatever you want. Not even get me started on Grok because on Grok you can just go crazy and there's no. It's like having the dark web. But anyway, AI is a good thing. Enjoy it as much as you can.
We're gonna wrap up the interview here today. My last question, you can look directly out to the people out there.
All
I want
right,
you to
all
talk to them. I want you to talk to the younger people out there. Imagine you're talking to a 19-year-old, maybe 21 Daniel,
Okay.
college Daniel. What's a piece of advice as a working creative that you would like to give him
If I were 19 years old,
or her?
I'll say if I were 9 years old even, buy a house, build that equity, dude. Because right now it ain't gonna last you long. You gotta buy something with equity. Build your equity. Because right now the way you're living, it's okay, it's good, but you have to be creative. Something that my dad told me before he passed away, and he always repeated that is this thing that this martial arts guy said. Bruce Lee. I don't know if people knew about Bruce Lee. He said, "Be like water. Be willing to adapt like water. Be able to take any shape like water. Be able to be soft and hard like water."
The water could be still a little moving.
Yeah. So and that's what I live by, and I'm happy I learned that without to buy a house in equity, which is very sad. But being able to not just rely on this video production thing, but know that the industry is shifting one way and be comfortable with it, right? And make sure to always keep learning different things. Have one hobby, have two hobbies, but it has to be in different fields, because this eventually will die down, to my mind. And
The
when that
camera
happens,
or the work.
the work might go depending on where AI goes. Right now, we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. AI can be powerful enough that I can scan you and me and have us as characters and have this whole setup virtual. And we don't even have to do anything. We just have our AIs talking to each other. That's how powerful AI is. So we don't know where that is. If it gets limited via data centers, then it's going to be very restrictive and our work can keep going. But that's the thing. I don't know where.
And that's what I meant by regulations.
Regulations. So that's what I'm telling you. We don't know how far we're falling and when we're going to hit the ground. That's why I keep my eyes and my options open. That's why in my business, I not only offer video production, I offer video production, photography, event production, graphics, and web design. That way, I'm always, if one thing cannot give me the income I need, the other one is. And I'm still moving things around. Basically, what people in finances say, keep your money moving around in different areas and different stocks. Basically, that's what I'm doing with my career. Learning as much as I can. And now I've been doing it for 5 years, so I can do most of them very good. Right, and I'm comfortable with jumping in between different problems because each of these services come with different challenges, and now I'm comfortable with deal with all of them. I mean, it hurts me mentally, of course. It stresses me out because the mind is not used to building up all this pressure and switching back and forward. But eventually, now I do it naturally. Now it has its side effects, but we can talk about it some other day. But now, I'll be able to adapt to when there's not a business when it comes to video. There are people who still need web design or need to have their their websites updated, or pictures taken for portraits, or event production, which that's what I'm leaning on, because now people are thinking about real life events now that AI is taking over the pre-recording side of this, right? So that might not be entirely true, but live events where people are happy and you want to capture the moment, and that is the priority. I feel like that can be a safe spot for a couple of years. But I mean, AI, if it's not regulated, we don't know where it's gonna be. It can be as bad as that, or it can be it might not be that bad either. It depends on the data centers.
Well, I think we're gonna have to find out, everybody. We're gonna have to find out.
It has to be on the data centers.
All right, well, Daniel, it was great to have you on the show on the Let's Get Real podcast.
Thank you. I'm sorry I've talked too much.
Nah, no, bro. We can never not talk enough. We need to have more conversations. Like, this is the whole purpose of it. So we definitely gonna have you back on the show on one of our panels, and hopefully we see you at some community engagement events that we host.
Oh yeah, if you see me, say hi, please. Don't be afraid. I know my face sometimes is.
And matter of fact, and lastly, if you want to give yourself any shout outs, tell people to meet you at, or any new clients or anything. Let's do that real quick.
All right. Well, my name is Daniel Sanchez. Thank you for having me here. DWAI Creations is a nice community that I'm trying to build with small businesses. So if you want to build that with me, I'm happy to entertain and build something with you 100%. So reach out to my Instagram. My handle is, we have graphics?
Yeah.
All right, DWAI Creations in Instagram. And you can reach me there. Please message me. There's no me without you. Like, I cannot grow if I don't find other people to grow with. You cannot grow alone. You want to grow, I want to grow. Let's grow together. That's the whole point of community. That's what their churches every single Sunday. They want community. They want to feel connected with people. They want to feel that motivation. And eventually I'll get motivated by you. You'll get motivated by me, and we'll grow, whatever it takes us.
All right. Well, everybody, that's the show. And this is Jamar Denzel.
All right, thank you so much.
We're checking out. See you guys later.